What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. Now, in this video, I want to go over paper trading in the stock market, right? I want to go over what it is, along with the benefits of paper trading, but I also want to mention the negatives that come along with paper trading, which is something that unfortunately isn't really spoken about. Now, paper trading is essentially another term for simulated trading where individuals can buy and sell securities without risking real money. So if you're interested in learning how to invest or trade in the stock market, then I strongly recommend you begin paper trading, because if this market is something that is new to you, then chances are most likely you're not gonna do that well, right? Kind of like when you first learn how to ride a bike. It takes a little bit of practice before you end up being a pro. You might fall down a couple times, but that's just part of the process. Now, failing, of course, isn't necessarily a bad thing when you're gaining experience and knowledge in something. But the problem with trading is that this is your hard-earned money. So if you fail, you're losing money. So in order to be able to gain experience with trading and having the opportunity to fail and not lose your hard-earned cash, then that's where paper trading comes in. Because if you fail, guess what? This is fake money. You get to learn from your mistakes and keep it moving. Now, there are a ton of different platforms that offer paper trading, right? But I recommend using TD Ameritrade or Webull. Again, you could use any platform that you like, but these are just, the platforms that I use to paper trade. Also, quick plug, Webull's having a promotion where if you open up an account using my code in the link in the description and deposit $100, you will receive one free stock valued up to $1,600. So again, you could paper trade for free on Webull, but if you open an account with my code and deposit $100, guess what? You get a free stock that you could then, sell and use to start trading with when you start trading with real money. So now that I explained what paper trading is, I want to go a little deeper and discuss really the pros and cons. Now, the pros are pretty straightforward, right? You get to practice trading with zero risk in the market. You get to test strategies before you actually implement them for real. And also, you get to learn your trading platform a little bit better, which is important because you don't want to start trading with real money and then be stuck in the trade because you just don't know how to sell, right? Now, the part that most individuals skip out on when talking about paper trading is the negatives that come along with it. Now, the first negative is that there aren't any real emotions, right? Now, what do I mean by this? So, when you're trading, believe it or not, there are a bunch of emotions that come into play. Sometimes when you're up on a position, making money, your knowledge and experience might tell you to sell and take the profits off the table, right? Because, that's what your knowledge and experience is telling you. But you might experience greed where you disobey what you know and what you should do because of that greed. And now you're not taking the profits off the table, and then the stock goes down and your winning position becomes a losing position where, you're just losing money. Then you have the other side of the spectrum where you're losing money on the trade and your mind is telling you to cut losses, right? And leave the trade. But at the same time, you hate losing, right? So instead of cutting your losses and only having a small bit of money being lost, you hold on to that trading position even longer. And guess what? It just keeps going down. And now you're losing more money than you could have lost, right? Had you just cut your position earlier. So I mean, there are a ton of different scenarios where emotions take place in trading, which of course influence what you do in the trade. And the problem with paper trading is that the emotions aren't there, or they aren't as strong, because you know what? If you lose, guess what? You're not only losing fake money, so you don't really care. Or maybe you might take a bigger risk when you're paper trading, but then when it comes to trading for real and trading with real money, you don't take those same risks. And so all those emotions really influence your trades. And by paper trading, you're not as invested, and your trading won't be the same when you trade with real money. Now, another con with paper trading is the fact that there are unrealistic fill orders, right? Meaning you click the buy or sell button on a paper trading account and it's going to go through automatically because, guess what? It's fake. But in the real market, it won't necessarily always be the case, because you might hit the sell button to get out of your position in real life. And guess what? There might not be any buyers right away trying to buy your position at that price. So the problem with paper trading is that, it's very smooth, but that's not really the case when it comes to trading with real money, right? It's just not always going to work that way. So although paper trading is great, you have to be aware of the cons and think of paper trading as a sort of a tool that you use for a little while, maybe a month or two maximum. But any longer than that, you might just cause yourself to have these unrealistic approaches to the market. And then, when you start trading with real money, you're gonna start facing all the other difficulties and you know possibly lose. So at the end of the day, I believe that paper trading is great to get started and become familiar with. But you can't stay on it for too long. Now, someone might say, okay, but what if I still don't want to risk a lot of money? And my answer to that is that, you know, take real trades with a minute position. For example, no one is saying that if you're trading with real money, you have to trade with, you know, hundreds or thousands. You can start trading with real money with a small amount in the beginning. For example, you could take risks and of maybe just risking $10 or even $100, whatever you feel comfortable with. And this way, if you do lose on that position, it's going to be a small loss, but you get to experience the real factors and emotions that come into play when you trade on a real account. And eventually, once you start getting comfortable, you're increasing your trading size and position. I think a mistake that many individuals do is that they jump into the market with a large amount of money without any practice from paper trading, none of that, and then they lose a bunch of money and complain how, you know, the stock market is terrible. Or some people might paper trade for too long, and then, you know, they fail when going over to trading for real because they never experience these real emotions or other factors that actually really come into play when trading. So hopefully you guys can see kind of the pros and cons of paper trading and come up with a plan on how you are going to approach the market. But with that being said, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel also if you haven't done so already. It really does help out with the channel. And consider checking out the links in the description below, because the first link is going to be a link to my free Facebook group, which is really just a community of individuals that are interested in trading in the stock market. Also, on that free Facebook group, I typically upload a nightly watch list, like, you know, nightly in the sense that I upload it at night. And typically, it's just a list of stocks that I see potential to make a profit in. Again, you guys don't have to take the trades that I mentioned or even trade any of those tickers. I just try to present, you know, the opportunity. It's up to you guys to see if you guys have value. But again, consider checking out that free Facebook group. And yeah, with that being said, again, my name is Justin from Push and Profit, and I hope you're having a beautiful day today. Take care and see you on the next video.